So,
boom, that's the show.
Holy cow.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Indiana Success Happy Hour. Brian Quinlan here from Daniel's Real Estate.
Brad Niccum from Nest Mortgage Group and Tasting Tequila with Brad.
All right. And you may notice, what is it? We keep having dudes on the show with the beards. Another furry gentleman next to me, the little shorter than the rest. Sir, tell the folks who you are.
my name is Jim Smith. I own a company called VIP Home Solutions out of the south side of Indianapolis.
That
Awesome.
sounds very important.
We're definitely going to get into that. Thanks for being here, man.
You bet. Thanks
Appreciate
for
it.
inviting me. Thanks.
And you said this is your first podcast.
First podcast.
This is awesome. We've had a few.
Yeah, we
podcast
had a
versions
lot
on
of
the
versions
show.
we broke in.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
What about television, though? Have you done any television?
No television. Nope.
Okay.
We're like the
No.
gateway podcast for
We
people
are.
who are eventually going to just take off.
Have you done any television, Brian?
Yes. I've been on TV a few times. So you?
It was like a mugshot?
Never. Come on now. Look at this face is too pretty for jail.
Yes, I've done a couple of segments on television shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You gonna ask me what I'm drinking?
Are you drinking Yayo?
I'm drinking
again?
Yayo, baby.
Keep going,
Yayo, Hoven,
We've had this on the
Soul.
show
This is the
before.
brand new 2025 Day of the Dead.
All right.
And this is aged in apple cast made by our famous, most, I would say our the master distiller we like the most,
Sergio.
Sergio Cruz. Cheers. John Bollinger's companies, John and Sergio. This is one of my absolute favorite tequilas. Distributed in Indiana by Lux Bev. You can find it now everywhere in Indiana. So
Awesome.
there you go.
You may notice the theme to
Indiana.
this today.
It's Indiana.
So we've got the Hoosier Game Day Lager from Upland Brewing Company, one of my favorite local beers. Easy drinking, light lager beer, super good, tasty, wonderful. And we are recording this show in mid-December, pre-Christmas. By the time this show is actually on YouTube's, I believe we will be into January. Which means I don't know who IU football is playing yet because Alabama and Oklahoma have not played. And by the time this shows, the Rose Bowl will have already been played. However, ideally, the Hoosiers have won and are now in the Final Four. Fingers crossed here on December 17th.
Every once in a while, you point out things that I say wrong.
Okay.
And I do say things wrong often.
What'd I say?
But we're not going to be on the YouTubes.
I always
It's
do that.
just going to be YouTube.
I always do that one on purpose.
YouTube.
Like my mother-in-law continues to say Kroger's. I said, there's no S in Kroger's, but they own the stuff. It doesn't matter. It's Kroger. And then
It is Kroger.
She just keeps
But sometimes we go to
digging it in.
Kroger's,
It's correct.
just like people go to Illinois.
Get out. For those of us who grew up in Illinois,
Then why did they
Get
put an S
out.
on the end of it?
it's French.
And,
Anyway,
and who likes the
I'm
French?
done with you.
Ah.
You are drinking a light beer over there.
A light beer, a Coors Light.
That's
a
right.
Draft Coors Light with a Dick's Last Resort. It's a
Glass.
big-ass beer.
Yeah,
Glass.
beer,
it's
yeah.
a big ass
You
You
beer.
ever been to Dick's Last Resort?
I have. It's been a while.
Humiliating.
Yes. I've had an interesting hat or two on from there. So
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. All right, well, cheers, sir.
Hey, cheers.
Thanks
They
for
hurt
coming
my
out
feelings.
today.
I never went back. I'm a big feelings guy.
Oh, there's the ding I was looking for. Cheers to you all. Jim, are you an IU guy by chance?
I'm a diehard IU guy.
Sweet.
Yes.
All
I'm an
right.
IU guy. I have
Well-
money going down into IU. So
That's right.
I
You,
have
you
a
got
daughter.
a kid there?
I do have a kid down there. Yes. She's a senior this year.
Oh, excellent.
And, she loves Bloomington. She loved it from the day she walked in there, and here we are, her senior year. So
Man, goes
Yep.
quick, right?
it goes quick.
Absolutely.
It goes quick.
What's she studying?
Advertisement or advertising and marketing.
Oh, I can't wait to see VIP Home Solutions everywhere when she takes over the
Oh.
marketing world.
Best thing about Bloomington? Big Red Liquors.
They do kind of own that territory, don't they?
They own Indiana, man. They're everywhere.
Oh, no, Total Wine's doing all right here in Central Indiana.
But you've got 4 stores.
Uh-huh.
How many does Big Red have in
It
Indiana?
don't matter.
It's like 13.
Prices are better. Stores are bigger. Like-
Shop local, Big Red, your locally owned liquor store.
Whatever.
There's a plug.
It's fine.
Or go to your big box corporate store and
Yep.
give your money to somebody outside the
Exactly.
country.
Get things that are
Cheers.
They're actually
I like
they're
Total Wine.
national. They're not outside of the country.
You don't know that.
I
They're
do.
owned by China.
They're not. They're out of like Delaware or some someplace on the East
Oh,
Coast.
of course, because you put your company in Delaware, so nobody can find out who really owns it. Because you
Whatever
have a
works.
Delaware corporation, so they're
It's
from
fine.
China.
You guys.
That's probably the case.
I actually love Total Wine, so
All right, Jim, let's get a little background on you. We're eventually going to get into talking about VIP, I promise. Where'd you start?
Where did I start?
Like, grow up. Where'd you grow up?
South Side.
College,
Yep.
any of that kind of stuff?
Greenwood, down the south side. Yep. Beach Grove area. Parents are from Beach Grove, and graduated from there back in the early 60s. And
You're a Hornet?
Mom and dad are Hornets.
Okay.
I was until third grade.
Oh.
And then we moved down to the Center Grove, Greenwood area in 74 when I was in third grade. And that's where I grew up and ended up graduating from, don't hold it against me, Center Grove.
he loves Center Grove.
I know.
Like, what are
I will
you?
not hold that against you.
What are you if you graduate from Center
You're a
Grove?
Trojan.
You're a Trojan.
Yes.
Don't-
You have a reservoir tip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. All right. And
Huge.
so after CG, where'd you head?
I worked. I
Oh.
had an opportunity to go to Bloomington, and today they wouldn't dare waste a piece of paper on me. And ended up working over at the Greenwood Mall and worked at a place called Kenny Shoes.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was a shoe salesman, and then back in 87, I got in this crazy business I'm still into contracting, home improvements.
Okay, when you were selling shoes,
Yes.
was it anything like Al Bundy's life?
Oh, selling shoes was great. It really was. You know, we were trained to be full service. So when especially a lady would come in or whomever, you know,
Yeah.
we would have to go get the shoe. We weren't allowed to hand it to them. We actually had to put it on them.
Right.
Ooh.
So you had to
Fancy.
deal with all that.
So, like, if a really, really robust woman
Uh-huh.
came in and then she wanted like the smallest, like, stiletto heel, did you let her know that it probably wasn't going to hold her up? Or
Well,
did
you-
just not say anything.
You didn't say anything. You would just bring out another shoe that would be similar that had a little more support, we'll
Yeah.
call it.
Okay.
Here's the stiletto. Here's a tennis shoe. I think this is going to be best for you.
Yeah, a little lower
You
to the
should
ground.
move over to this one.
You know, some of
Oh Lord.
some of the stinkiest parts of people's body is feet.
Oh,
That had to be rough
It-
at
it-
times.
it was, but you get used to it. Believe it or not, you
I
get
got-
used to it.
This
you
is
know.
before the days of hand sanitizer too.
Yeah,
Well,
you're just
and,
like,
and back then you could smoke in the mall. You
Oh,
could
heck
smoke in
yeah.
true. Yeah, you
stores.
can, yeah.
You could just, you'd stand out there and smoke a cigarette, and which I've quit doing that years ago, but you could just kind of have a good time. It was fun working at the mall back in the day. Reminds you kind of Fast Times at Ridgemont High. You
Yeah.
guys
Yeah.
remember that?
Oh, yeah, heck yeah.
You know,
Who
the
did
mall
the, who
scenes
sang
and,
who sang the theme song to that show?
uh,
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
oh, who was that?
Sammy Hagar.
Sammy,
Yeah.
yes.
So I just seen a thing about the transportation secretary wants us to go back to the good old days of flying, where people dressed up to fly.
Oh, yeah.
Right? People seen flying as an important thing.
I remember those days.
Also, those days, everybody smoked on the
That's right.
plane. So sure, they were in a suit, but they
However,
smelled like an FOP lodge.
So, think about that back in the day. I mean, you had the little things in the
You had an ashtray right in
yeah,
your
right
thing.
there.
Yeah.
And you just sat
absolutely.
next to somebody. You
Just
didn't
lit
think
up the
anything about
smoke?
it. Lit up, yeah.
Or
got up,
you-
went to the restroom.
or you go into a restaurant, you wanted the smoking section or not. Ain't nothing dividing
my-
you in the smoking section.
We used to go to Perkins.
Perkins.
Right?
Ah.
Remember Perkins?
Absolutely.
And we'd be in the non-smoking section, one booth over from the
Right.
smokers. And every time it was like Edith, right? She'd cut, hey, honey, right? The cigarette dangling,
Large shots about to come
dangling,
out.
like the
Yeah.
ash was like this, what do you have, sweetheart? And you're like, I have the eggs, it's like, did you put pepper on it? "Oh, here's some pepper, sweetheart. Like, that was like Perkins back in the day.
Yeah.
And Waffle Houses and all this. And then today you go in there and it's like, this like smells normal. I shouldn't eat
Smells
here.
like food. So weird. All right, if I went into the Greenwood Mall today,
Mhm.
where would Kinney Shoes have been? I don't know when the last time you might have been in the Greenwood Mall.
Well, I try not to go there very
Okay.
often.
Because of the
but-
shootings and everything.
yeah, a little violence.
A little rough
Uh,
there sometimes.
Sears on
Okay.
the would be the east end of the mall, I guess. And Foot Locker, I believe, is where the old Kenny's is.
Okay.
Oh, so they kept the same smell.
Yeah, same
Same
smell,
shoe smell.
exactly. Yeah, just went from one.
And for everybody watching, Sears is a department store that
Oh.
is no longer around.
That is correct. I'm not even sure they're online. Like some store, like Toys R
Kmart?
Us. Toys R Us left, but they still had a presence online. And by the way, Toys R Us is now coming back.
But didn't somebody just buy the Toys R Us name this time? The same.
I
people?
don't actually know. I
I
don't care.
remember Sears bought Kmart,
Oh, okay.
and then that was
Mhm.
like the that was the last nail in the
The
Sears
double-edged
coffin.
sword.
Yeah,
They both went under
but we all shopped at Sears.
for sure.
Like when
Sears-
you were done selling shoes, if you had a good day, you were in there looking at a stereo
You went
system.
down to exactly. You went
Yeah.
down to Sears, and then
he
growing
left
up,
Kenny's shoes to go buy shoes at Sears.
Oh, yeah, you got some Craftsman tools, right?
Yeah,
Craftsman
exactly.
tools
Yeah,
was
some
the Sears brand.
appliances,
And like
and
some
you
appliances.
had the little catalog book
If
that
I-
you'd go through. And
If
that's
I
how you
still
picked
have
out
Craftsman
Christmas.
tools, is there any way I can trade those in? 'Cause they had a
Craftsman,
lifetime.
the name's been bought by somebody
Oh, there
else.
you
and
go.
they own
Okay,
it.
so I can
You,
visit
you know,
Craftsman.
this is going to be funny, but our stove quit working
Yeah, I remember that.
a couple days before Thanksgiving.
Oh, gee whiz.
Whoa.
Sorry, Sergio. He's trying to
Sergio.
break the bottles here.
We didn't know where to go find appliances because Sears was where you go to buy appliances. And we went to Best Buy. You know, they had one stove. And they're like, you go online.
Montgomery Ward.
Montgomery Ward.
They
Yeah,
had
we went to
appliances.
Montgomery Ward. They weren't in business
They weren't
anymore.
there. They were Von
Oh.
They don't sell appliances.
Von Mar, is Von Mar still around?
They are.
They are. They
What
are.
about J.C. Penney's?
And
Yeah.
this is
I
still
don't know
around.
how they're still hanging
That's
on.
Jacques Penney's. That's a French place, right? It's good
Like
stuff.
Target.
So we didn't know where to go to buy an appliance.
So we went to Best Buy.
They had one stove,
Exactly.
and they told us we had to go online to look at them. But my wife did, as diligent and as amazing as she is, she found an appliance store, and we had
There
a
you go, Tony.
new Bosch stove,
Ooh, do you
which
like
I
it?
thought they just made drills.
Yeah, well, you like
I don't use it. I'm not in there. I'm not baking a souffle.
You're bougie like that. You know how to use your own
You know what I know how to make?
tequila drinks.
Reservations.
There you go.
Very nice.
Honestly, I don't even make those. And I just seen a picture of you posted that you and your wife were at Ruben's place at Tony's Steakhouse recently.
No.
Did you just take a picture out in front of it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's garbage.
Yeah.
Why didn't you go in?
I don't even recall.
You wouldn't have needed a reservation.
Oh, I'm
Walk
quite
in.
sure.
We took care.
Might have gone in and say hey to Ruben. That's probably about it. I forget what we were doing over there. That's all right. It's fine.
What's-
You've been to Tony's Steakhouse?
I have. Yes, a couple times.
We've
Yes,
had
yes.
Ruben. What is Ruben's title?
General manager.
General manager. We've had him.
I thought you were going
on
to
the
ask me
show.
his last name.
No, no.
There's
no.
like
I already know,
74
yeah.
letters in it. And
You
like
could probably actually pronounce it now that you know a little more Spanish.
No, 6 of them are X's. I don't,
There are a
I
few
don't
of
know how
in
those
there.
work.
Yeah, so we've had Ruben on the show talking about Tony's and all the great service they provide over there. We're
They're fantastic.
big fans.
Yeah.
Yep, they're fantastic.
They treat VIPs very well.
There you go.
Yes, yes,
All right, so you sold shoes.
yes. Sold
Then you got
shoes.
into the home remodeling, home improvement.
Well, got in the window business.
Okay.
is technically what I did. I got out of the shoe business, got in the window business, and did that, and worked for a large national company called Pacesetter back in the day. They taught us this 10-step closing technique to go in and meet people and go through that. Did that for about 3.5 years, and switched over to another company and got a little more diversified. And then we had
Still
some-
windows?
still windows,
Okay.
siding, stuff like that. And roofing was a real small part of what we did. And then back in '96, we had a big hailstorm that came through the Greenwood, Whiteland, Bargersville,
Mm.
Mooresville area, Southport area. And then all of a sudden,
What year did you say that was?
'96.
Okay.
Yep. So we
still in high
decided,
school, Brian?
how old were you then? So,
I was 23.
so you're old enough.
Exactly.
Old enough.
Yeah. I was in.
Old enough that your apartment
I
roof
was
got
living.
finished, redone.
Yeah, I was living in Greenwood at the point. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we became roofers. We didn't do roofing, but we became roofers. And next thing you know, I'm traveling across the country chasing hailstorms.
Oh,
and
hailstorm
No,
time.
Yep,
you're that
I was
guy.
that guy.
Mm.
Yep. I was that guy running around, and then came back home and got hooked up with the company. And another storm hits, and so all of a sudden I'm still running around doing that. And then 17 years ago, I opened up my own, coming out of the 08, 09 time period. If you guys
Good time to
remember,
start a
that was
business.
housing market,
Yeah.
stock market, unemployment. We got
Great,
money
Yeah.
down
great
and-
time to get in the mortgage
But
business.
let's, oh, yes, yes, yes. My wife was in the mortgage business back then as well. So I got family in the mortgage business. So yep, that's when I started the dead of winter. And
Perfect.
here we are 17 years later. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That's fantastic. So at this point, VIP Home Solutions, what services do you all provide?
We are a general contractor. So we do basically, we still do roofing, do a lot of insurance work.
Are you getting up on a roof?
No, I need hip surgery. So
Oh,
I was
hey,
told
no,
to do not get
no.
up on the roof. So
He's carrying
Uh,
them. He's carrying them up there.
That's right.
yeah, right. Yeah. I just
He's
don't.
not on the roof. He's just bringing it up the ladder.
Yeah.
It's the four
Uh,
guys that just got done making tequila that are over carrying up there. Sí, señor.
Yes,
jefe.
there you go. But we stick with the roofing, siding, windows, gutter, stuff like that, and we ventured into room additions and bathroom, kitchen remodels, finished basements, and pretty much everything to do with the home from the roof down to the foundation.
Any barn dominions attached to someone's house?
Have not done a barn dominion. Would love to do one, but this is awesome.
This one's done.
This is incredible.
We're finished. So have you, since interest rates have been a little bit higher,
Mhm.
let me rephrase this. Since interest rates have been normal and home prices have been more expensive, are you seeing more people doing remodels than what you have in the past instead of changing the house they live in?
I think there's a little bit of all that. Um, but with the interest rates and with people kind of like, they locked in at a good rate, and they don't want to either refi or they don't want to move because they got such a good rate. So yes, those people are saying, hey, let's go ahead and let's finish that basement, let's go ahead and get that kitchen redone or maybe that bathroom or whatever. So yeah, we're seeing a lot of that. I mean, we're busy in the remodel world, and even when, with COVID, when that hit, that was crazy. But again, people were like, "We're home."
offices.
Yes, home offices. Hey, you promised to finish that deck. You promised we'd finish that basement or whatever the
Yeah.
scenario was. So we got busier
Yeah.
even through that period.
Yeah, I bet you did.
So with us, it could be someone that's selling their home that wants to go ahead and put a little money into it to, go ahead and see if they can get a little more out of it, which back in the day that was unheard of. You just kind of sold it as is. And then you got the people that are maybe wanting to work on their home and, not go anywhere. And then you get the people buying, and I got hooked up years ago doing some rehab loans, some 203K, some FHA deals back in the day, and they've been around forever. And a lot of people didn't know what those were, but coming out of the '06, '07 with the housing and stock market, a lot of people were losing their homes, and foreclosures hit the market. So that was a big thing at that time for us to understand what a 203 key was, working with people, especially buyers going into these distressed homes, going, hey, I can, buy this home and not bring a bunch of cash into it. So that was really good for us back then as well. So just
Now it means it's going to take 203 days to close and cost you $203,000 more to do it.
right. Yeah. 203K.
Okay, generically, can you give a little info on what a 203K loan is for those who don't know, like myself? Even though I should, I don't.
It's
I was gonna say, I
basically,
can do that.
I know. I know.
it's an FHA deal. It helps somebody that may be looking at a property that would appraise for 250, but it's distressed, or maybe it's only going to appraise for maybe a couple 100,000, but it needs work.
Mhm.
So it enables somebody to buy the home that doesn't have the cash to go in that qualifies, where they can buy the house. You bid the work that needs to be done, and it's still got to appraise, but it's going to appraise with the value of the work being done.
Okay.
So it allows them to go ahead. So
Okay.
you got to have the so-called equity up front, we'll call
Right.
it. And then we would go in and, there's guidelines, the FHA guidelines,
Sure.
there's certain things you just can't do. But for people to want to buy a home, where is that perfect home? That it's already got the countertops that they would have put in. They've already got the kids' room painted the way
Mhm.
they would paint them, and it's already got the deck that they would put in. Those homes don't typically exist, so it allows people to buy a home to do those things and only have one mortgage payment and they still, again, are getting in with what the home's worth. They're not overdo it. So it's just, that's the basics, you know.
You don't deal with those?
I do. Yeah. There's two
Okay.
different types. There's a limited and a full. So a
Correct.
limited means absolutely no structural changes at all, usually only up to $30,000 worth of repairs. Structural means you can't move a window, you can't move a door, you can't move a wall, right? If you get into moving those things, now you're talking structural. So structural doesn't have a cap on how much you can spend, and that's a 203K where there's a case manager involved. And you have to remember that when you go into a house that has a kitchen with cabinets in it, if you put in $50,000 of cabinets, doesn't necessarily raise your value $50,000.
Correct.
Now, if you go into a kitchen that has no cabinets, right, it's a distressed home. Maybe when the person got foreclosed on, they took the cabinets.
Exactly.
Which was a thing in 2008. You'd go into houses and they would take all the fans. And I seen one where they took every single electrical plate. Like those are like 39 cents a piece back in 2008, but they took them all.
They felt like they needed to take something with them.
Right. Yeah. They were mad at the bank that they didn't make the payment. So they took all the ceiling fans and the doors and the cabinets. And but so you have to look at are the improvements you're going to do create the value in the home that you're going to do these improvements on. So you have a case manager, you have estimates from a contractor, you have an appraiser that looks at those estimates. And as long as you create the value there, that equity into the home, you can finance those repairs into the house. They're a little bit longer to close, a little more expensive than a normal loan. The thing that I see that kills most people in doing them is the fact that they don't want to use a contractor to do it. They want to do the work themselves.
Correct.
And you can't. You can't do any of the work yourself. You can't be related to anybody doing the work. You can't be related to the realtors, the mortgage person, or the seller. It is the most arm's length transactions. There's a lot of guidelines on them.
Strict guidelines.
So they're a difficult loan, but they are a fantastic loan when the person fits into the product.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And there are scenarios that they're amazing for people. There's also scenarios where you've probably seen them before. You're like, it just doesn't fit.
No.
You want to put $100,000 deck on the back of your house, and that's going to raise your value $900.
Well, and you're right. I mean, when you're going into these things, you're looking at the work that needs to be done, and if the equity is not there, because you got, again, I still call it the streamline, the full blown, or whatever, up to the 30,000, and then because you get above that, as you know, you get a HUD inspector involved, and you got a draw schedule, which changes the whole,
it changes the whole program.
Everything, yeah.
Is there only six? Is there 6 draws total?
Usually 5. Usually
five.
you get your
Okay.
upfront,
I couldn't remember if
which
it was 5
they
or
changed
6.
that a little bit too. So you get your home style loans. You got a lot of different ways to handle these. But a lot of contractor side, as I was interviewing people as far as subcontractors and people like, hey, do you do 203Ks? And they look at you like,
do you do home style renovations?
Yep.
Do you ever run across those very much?
Yep.
That's the Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac
Correct.
product.
Yep.
It's very similar.
Yeah. And that's the diversity that when you come out of a rough patch and, you know, the economy and, you know, like today, and there's a lot of things going on, that diversity is what's kept me going.
Sure.
By doing those things and educating myself and going out and, you know, realizing that there's a lot of buyers out there that would love to buy a home that they just don't understand that, hey, they could buy that home.
Right.
And this one qualifies for this particular loan. And so as far as I'm concerned, you know, as far as the contractor side, as a general contractor, I'm able to bid all that different work. But again, there's the criterias, you know, there's some of these you don't get a draw up front. You know, and that kind of boots out a lot of contractors. So a lot of these you might go in several $1,000, but there's called faith. You know, you're going to get through it. I call that faith.
And you may also have that customer that's buying that 200 something that wants Corian
countertops.
And you're like, countertop. You're like, well, that's not fit. You're going to run out because that's so expensive. You're going to overprice your improvement.
And it's funny you bring that because that's what I enjoy doing about them right there is being able to go in, have a budget, and then guide them to get them into their so-called dream home, but work within a budget so that they get what they want, but also control it. So there's like, hey, no, you know, we don't have $20,000 for countertops. It's not what we have.
We can't do a $45,000 bathroom in this house.
In this one, yes.
In this one.
So sometimes you have to be a bit of a therapist.
Yes, yes. And,
so do I.
Sounds like a realtor to mortgage guy.
That's right. That's, you know.
Holy crap, you have to do what we do?
Now you have within your family, you had told me a realtor,
Correct.
Mortgage
and
person.
a mortgage person. I mean, you've got real estate covered.
Yeah, we
Oh, wait a minute. We don't even need him on the show.
That's right.
yeah,
Thanks for being here.
yeah, it was good talking to you guys. You know, thanks for the
Thanks for
plugs and
coming
the
out. Yeah, thanks for
opportunity
coming out.
and the beer. And hanging
Well,
out
it's
with you.
Coors Light. I mean,
Well,
It's just beer water. We're gonna give you the good stuff.
But no, that's my mom has been a broker for over 40 years. Back in the late 70s, dad worked at Lily's and they both went to go get the broker's license. My aunt and she went and got her broker's license. So dad still worked at Lily's, mom kind of went into real estate and all that good stuff. And then we lost my sister a little over 10 years ago. And so I was doing these 203Ks and mom's like, "Hey, I'm going to learn more about these things." And so I said, "Well, why don't we just create the VIP real estate group?" So we actually owned and we have a VIP real estate group.
Okay.
And so my mom kind of became the managing broker and we kind of went down that road. And then my daughter, Megan, who's 38, she goes, "Dad, she came out of the title business and says, I want to come work for you and do business development." So she did that. And then she goes, "I want to get my license." So she got her real estate license.
Okay.
And then she worked for us at the VIP Real Estate Group. And then she opened her own business over on the west side, the Priority Real Estate Group.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then her husband, Corey, owns a mortgage business out of Mooresville called 5 Star.
Oh.
So then my wife has her real estate license.
Oh, my.
25-year-old daughter, she's got her real estate license. So yes, this is all I know.
And
see,
I
if you
don't
put
know
a
any-
mortgage company the name 5 Star Mortgage, then that makes everybody think you got nothing but 5 stars. That's like
Absolutely.
a great
There
name
you
idea.
go.
Totally.
Yeah.
And
So,
if the phone book existed, it would be in the front.
No, it'd be an F5.
No, you would put the number 5 so that
Well,
you
yeah,
line up before all the A's.
But all the people who had number 1 would be.
Well, I mean, still
It used to
close.
be 5.
And for all the people who don't know what a phone book is, there's a thing that's thick that people scroll through and look for.
Little
Brad's
yellow.
sitting on one right now. Shorty. You had mentioned early on in the show you have a daughter ready to graduate from IU
Yes.
this year.
Yes.
Is she planning to get the real estate license as well?
I was like, what's
I-
she waste her degree money
I-
on?
I- marketing.
I think she has seen the family dynamics between my wife and I owning the business and all the family that works for us, which I absolutely love, But I don't think she's going to come into the family business.
Nah.
I think she's seen enough to
At least
make
not at
her
the start.
want to do that.
All right.
So
Well, you're going to need a marketing
we'll see.
person is really
Yeah.
what I hear. We had VIP Home Solutions at my old house, which would have been 8 years ago. I had met somebody at, I want to say, home show, something downtown, because we had talked about renovating our bathroom.
Oh,
And then ultimately we decided, screw all that. We're just going to move and didn't renovate the bathroom. But I do have some familiarity. I could not begin to tell you who came out to my house to give me that estimate. But question I have for you is if someone were thinking about selling their house and they're like, I need to make an upgrade to my house to make it marketable. What might you recommend? And I know every house is different. Of course, it depends. But in general, what might you recommend somebody consider if they really want to make an upgrade and, wind up getting value for the house because they did that?
as far as doing work, as
Yeah.
far as
Like
just
an upgraded kitchen, upgraded bathroom.
Yeah,
or-
absolutely. A lot of people with kitchens in particular. I mean, they've got some really nice cabinets where you don't need to spend $50,000 on cabinets. You can do a nice what I call refresh or reface or
Yeah. Make it look fresh.
And a lot of people, painting. That's a big thing. They're painting their cabinets.
Do you guys do that?
Yep, absolutely.
All right.
Yes,
Good
yeah.
to know.
And you go into someone's kitchen and you're not going to gut it. You might just new countertop and new backsplash and new undermount lights and paint the cabinets and maybe a new floor and you got a whole new kitchen.
I'll tell you,
without
the things
near
you just named right there make a kitchen look just pop and look so much better. And those are probably the least expensive things you could do. Add some lighting, backsplash, throw some paint, maybe not even do the flooring, quite honestly, but that would help. And as opposed to putting in new countertops or all new cabinets, flooring is probably cheaper.
So my kitchen didn't have to cost $50,000.
You're not leaving. That's the thing. You're not moving. This is I'm talking about someone who's thinking, I want to put my house on the market next spring or next summer. What can I do to maybe add some value here and make it stand out.
Okay.
You ain't moving.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're just going to put in a pool when the plumbing comes through.
And then inside, in ground,
Yeah.
inside the house pool.
Nice. I like it.
It's going to be phenomenal.
I look forward to it because we're going to get a new podcast studio out of it.
We are going to get a new
Ooh.
podcast. Hey, listen, Tony may have ruined the new podcast studio thing because she didn't buy a lottery ticket for tonight.
Oh,
And
well,
tonight's drawing is for $1.25 billion.
I did not, and I even stopped at the gas station.
You
on
still
my
have
way
time.
here.
I did too on the
9:59.
way here. What
Yeah.
time is this? What time-
9:59. You can buy a ticket up to 9:59.
Well, been a
Yeah,
good
good
show.
talking. Yeah, yep.
See you guys.
I'm Brian, your Indianapolis realtor. If you are looking to buy or sell a house in the Indy area, I'm your guy. If you're coming from out of state, want to make a move to the Indy area, I'm your guy. Check out the show notes for a link. We can get in touch and get you started. Thanks for watching. Now back to the show.
So I told Tony, I said, you're going to break Brian's heart because that was going to be the new podcast studio. Could you imagine the podcast studio I'd build if we won $1 billion?
Oh my gosh. It'd be awesome.
Oh, it would be awesome. It's not even, they haven't even invented the word yet that it would be. But so hopefully no one wins tonight so we can play for Saturday. So
That would be good. That would be good.
We'll have him build it.
There you go.
Hey, but you don't know my budget.
If you won $1 billion, I
I
don't
am
think you
so
have
poor.
a budget.
No, I am so poor.
yeah,
I don't want
I
you to
already know
know.
your budget.
I don't want to know.
Oh my gosh.
What else you got?
Me?
Yes.
Okay, so what is the craziest,
Ooh.
most unbelievable thing that someone has had you build in their house?
Oh my gosh.
I will.
Stripper
We have
pole.
had
Stripper pole. Give me stripper pole.
someone who has told us that they wanted a gun range in their house.
Yep.
That was a custom home builder that put in a gun range in someone's house.
Our friend
Gosh.
Carl McIntyre built a home with
There
an
you go.
actual gun range
Hi, Carl.
in the house. Carrington Homes. Hey, there you go.
You know, I don't know.
You've nothing
I don't-
crazy?
I don't
It
have
has to be
any
one. Maybe
stripper
just
pole. I think.
Have you
yeah,
had
I
that?
think, you know. Oh, there's actually been a request.
his bedroom.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
my wife.
He
really
said,
wanted one.
unfortunately, it was at my house.
yeah. Okay. I didn't. You
It was
asked.
in the
Well,
garage.
You didn't say where.
no,
you didn't say
no, that's
who.
correct.
We call it garage because it sounds better.
I'm not calling people out here.
No, just I just.
Have you built
bowling
any really
alleys.
cool bars?
Oh yes. Yeah, we built some really cool bars. Yeah, you know, basements. Finishing a basement's super fun, but building
Yeah.
a theater wall, building a bar,
Gotcha.
and absolutely, those are fun to do.
Theater rooms, I'm assuming, are still pretty popular.
Yeah,
with people.
yeah, people are still wanting to do that. You know, basement. Well, I think again, a lot of what's happened with COVID, it created outdoor living space for people. Meaning,
Mhm.
a lot of people are like, look, we you know, we're stuck here, so we might as well put a pool in, or we might as well build the deck, or let's build an outdoor kitchen. Let's build
Yeah.
something, and let's finish our basement since we're entertaining more. Because a lot of people, you know, go, but now
So we can have-
everybody just so-
Legally, we can have 4 people over at a
That's
time.
correct. That corner, that corner, that corner, that corner.
so
It's so true, though. It is. Like,
it really
the
is.
crap was so funny. It's
I-
like,
I remember
Yeah.
going to our neighbors across the street, and sadly, you know, a number of people had horrible times during COVID, and I get it.
yeah, we're
Our
not
ne-
making fun of the people
our-
who are sick during.
Our neighborhood absolutely came together during COVID, and many of my neighbors will say that it was actually a good time for us. Like, we'd hang out in someone's backyard, they'd bring out like some patio furniture. You know, me and my wife would be on this patio furniture.
Maybe on that
They
patio.
were there. We're just hanging out, talking, and drinking. And
Here-
it was.
Here's the
it
thing
was
that
a
got
good
me the
time.
most. We couldn't go to church and all sit next to each other at church. Yeah, God's protecting us.
Yep. I
But
remember
not
church
against
in the parking
this.
lot at,
Yeah.
at our place.
There was a road almost by your house where you turn to get off on the 69 to go to your house. There's a church there.
Mhm.
And they would have people come and park in their front of the church. And then the pastor did church while everybody's sat in their cars.
Oh, yeah.
Right. You know what I'm talking about?
I actually don't.
It's on the east side of the road.
Okay.
And it's either before your stop or right after. And it was on the news.
Oh, yeah. It'd be Mount Pleasant, most likely.
Yeah, so
It's not far.
you would come park almost like a drive-in theater, drive-in church theater, right? And then the
That's how
guy,
ours was.
the
Actually,
pastor
you
would
could
talk.
either-
Everybody sat in their car.
Yeah, you could either sit in your car, or you could bring a lawn chair, and
Yeah.
you know they had designated spots for the lawn chairs to be.
I was always like, oh, wait a minute. Jesus is curing the
God's got us.
He's helping the sick. I should be able to sit right in here, but nope.
You might think.
Didn't it seem like so long ago though?
Oh,
COVID.
It does. Seems like
really,
forever.
really
I
does.
mean, you think back. I mean, because you went to restaurants, and when you sat down, you could take your mask off because COVID.
Well, it's because
wasn't
COVID's
down
only
low.
up here.
No.
Right.
COVID's
It wasn't
only
up here. It was only down. So
Hey, in Mexico, we had to walk through water. When we went to Mexico with COVID, during COVID, and that we had to, when we go to the hotel, they had a misting booth
Oh,
that sprayed you with, Mexican water.
disinfectant?
Mexican water.
Because that's clean.
really good for you. And then you had to wade through this water. And then every store you went to, like if you're outside, it was like, okay, wait a minute. I'm confused because COVID's up here when I'm in a restaurant, but in here it's COVID's at my feet. Like I got to clean my feet. And they'd take your temperature.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
They'd hit you with the temperature gun. And I'd always be like, don't shoot me. You're like, and I was like, then you could go into the store.
We went to Disney World in December 2020. It was actually at Christmas. And I distinctly remember getting an ice cream cone at Animal Kingdom and walking around, pulling my mask down and eating my ice cream cone. There were people hired at Disney World that would watch people walk around with food and tell them they had to go stand off to the side if you were going to be eating that. But if you were walking, you had to have your mask on and just hold your food. It's like,
I always
okay.
thought, when I went to the restaurants, I always thought as long as I crawled out of the restaurant, I didn't need my mask on. I could just crawl out and be fine. Down there on the floor where it's really clean.
Well, and that's where the water was. So
we washed, our feet got washed at every place. Perfect. It was like the weirdest thing. And
as in this weird turn we just took on the show.
Yeah, it was just weird. Now everybody's like, oh shit, COVID. Like everybody's remembering. It was so awesome because I never had to go to my office anymore.
Oh yeah.
And then now I used it to say I was afraid to come to the office because I didn't feel safe because I didn't like going to Greenwood. and then Pete was like, hey, COVID's over. And I was like, I know, but I don't feel safe. Like I'm worried that I'm going to have to drive. And now I work at home.
And
you still work at home?
Oh yeah. Thank God for COVID. I built this on and built an office.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. COVID was again, we apologize for all the things. COVID was the greatest thing to ever happen to me.
But it just seemed so long ago.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to get us all sidetracked.
No, it's awesome.
But but just like you talk about going to Mexico, I remember we traveled out of the country to Mexico, and before you could come back, you had to go through and get tested.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
to be
we had to be
sure.
tested at our hotel.
Yeah,
I was like,
before you left,
I
get
wouldn't
on the
fail.
plane.
Like I don't want to go back.
What do you do if you fail? You stay.
Oh, dude, I was licking doorknobs. Like I wanted to stay. I licked every doorknob in the hotel, hoping. And they're like, no. And here's what I found out when I asked the people. They're like, oh, nobody fails. Like everybody's going home. Like because they had to put you up for free.
Exactly.
So like if you didn't pass, this is so funny. I have to tell this story. So my friend Tyson Haynes, currently Tyson is Nashville Magazine absolute top act on Broadway right now in Nashville, Tennessee. And Tyson's been a dear friend of ours. He's amazing. So we went down to see Tyson. And the best thing about COVID was last call was at 10 o'clock and I'm an early nighter, right? So 10 o'clock was perfect. I could go to bed. And we went to the show, it was Tyson. It was a packed house. There were 4 of us and that's all they'd let in. And when we were done, Tyson's like, hey, we're going to go down to Printer's Alley. I got this really cool karaoke place to go. And we're like, okay, cool. So we get to this place and the people are like, we need to see your ID with mask on all this. He's like, ID. And then like, are you cool?
They said that?
Yeah. And Tyson's like, no, they're cool. They're cool. So in we go. We open the door and go inside. It was freaking 2019 in there.
Hey, no mask in the joint.
It was a packed bar. I mean, they were allowed to have like 8 people, in a building, and there were like 800 people in here. And we were all doing karaoke at the same microphone, and nobody had a mask on. The bartenders had a mask on. No one had a mask on. And it was awesome. We were like, this is awesome, And it was like 11 o'clock at night. They weren't even supposed to be open. Wow. So we got COVID.
Hey!
So we came home. Tony, my wife, wakes up and she goes, I can't smell or taste anything. And I'm like, bullshit. So I poured her a glass of bourbon and said, drink it. She drank it like a glass of water. And I was like, crap.
Yes.
You got to go get tested. We both got tested. We both tested for COVID. I was asymptomatic. I could still smell and taste and everything, and she couldn't. And we were supposed to fly to Cabo like the very next Wednesday. And I'm like, well, we can't fly with you having COVID. So we're going to get tested every day. You're going to drink bourbon every morning, and we'll get tested every day. And as soon as you are negative, we're going to Cabo. So it was 7 days exactly. She tested negative. We got on the phone. We tried to book flights. There was none in Indianapolis, only out of Louisville. So we drove to Louisville. We flew out of Louisville. But what sucks is when we landed in Mexico, the very first question they asked my wife, who's never lied about anything in her entire life, have you had COVID? And I looked at her and I was like, no. And then we get to, we fly in, we drive to our hotel, we get out of the bus to the van to walk into our hotel, and we had to go through this Clorox spray machine. And we were like, what the hell? And then our feet through the water, and we were like, okay, this is ridiculously amazing. It was so fun.
It's a good story.
Oh, that's a great story.
I didn't know the Tennessee part of that story.
Oh, yeah. It all started with getting COVID in the basement of a karaoke place at Printers Alley at, 11 o'clock at night after it was illegal to be in a bar or restaurant.
That's so funny.
Thank you, Tyson Haynes. You, my friend, are amazing.
Because you're cool.
He is
Come
cool.
on it.
Are they cool? They're cool.
That's cool.
In other words, we're not cops, I think was what the saying was.
Are you cool with, potential disease?
I think we should do a shot.
Oh my word.
Whoa. No?
I'm game. All right.
I mean, I'm game.
We'll be right back.
Whoa, we're back.
Oh, Dr. J in the house.
Man, little Fortune's Fool, the overture, baby. Come on.
Dr. J, I don't know if you watch these shows or not, but thanks for the Fortune's Fool.
And I hope Julie watches.
And this is Jim's first flavoring of Fortune's Fool.
That's how you say it?
That is true.
I have no idea. Tasting? That'd be the right word.
Tasty's a good one.
Yeah, there you go. So there you go.
Put
yourself there. A little different than the tequila you're normally drinking.
That's such a great flavor, though. Sweet, you get that corn, you get sweet, you get the caramel, a little vanilla, a little musty taste.
The hug.
Get the little Kentucky hug.
Little.
I get like a lot of like stone fruit, like
That's not even a real word. Stone
fruit would
what
be
is that?
any kind of fruit that's pitted.
Seriously?
Yeah, the apricot, a pear, a peach, those are all stone fruits. They're pitted because there's a stone inside.
Interesting.
Cherries?
An avocado.
Why not? Cherries?
I don't know. Would cherries fit into that? I
there
get
are
a little. I
cherries
get
that
a
have
little cherry
in
that note when you say that. You taste any cherry in there?
Seriously,
Go back in and look for it.
No, I don't.
Look for some cherry. Look for it. Come on.
Okay. A popular knowledge on the show is my taste buds are not very good. The running joke Brad has is I have taste pals, not even taste buds.
Even taste buds.
So I just don't have a very good, distinct taste palette. So he likes to make fun of me because I have no idea what I'm tasting.
Tobacco, leather, you getting those tastes and that finish of that?
I guess I'm also, I guess, the amateur of
taste pals.
The taste palettes.
Welcome to the show.
Get some cherry.
You and your taste pals.
Did you get some cherry?
No, and if I did, I wouldn't like it. I don't like cherries.
You don't like cherries?
I don't. Cherries are
How
gross.
do you not like cherry? Like cherry pie, cherry Coke?
I will never eat cherry pie. I do not drink cherry Coke. The only cherry flavored thing I do is Jolly Ranchers. Those are good, but that's not real cherries either. I'm not saying that it is. Their taste, and that's probably I don't like cherries.
Not like cherries?
I don't like cherries. I've not liked cherries.
You are the most un-American person I know. What's some of the other? American things you don't like?
Cold cheese.
Cold cheese.
Room temperature cheese.
You also
don't like?
I do not. No.
He also doesn't like fireworks.
That's true. I don't. They're boring. But yeah, if I were to go to a party and there was a charcuterie out with cheese, crackers, I'm just eating the crackers.
You're bypassing
not even the
crackers, meat, but there will not be any cheese.
Do you like cheese on like a cheeseburger or like
I don't know.
No,
it's actually cheeseburgers that ruined it for me. When I was a kid, I ate a whole bunch of cheeseburgers at once and it grossed me out. And so I won't eat cheeseburgers.
Let's reel this
pizza,
back a second.
my favorite.
How do you eat pizza with no cheese?
I don't. Pizza is fine.
But you can't have cheese on a cheeseburger.
To the bullshittery here. I don't like cheeseburgers.
Is that a
what do you want from
bullshittery
me?
board?
There's a whole level of bullshittery to
So you
what
won't eat like brie,
No,
like Swiss?
no.
Literally, today I went in the house and had 3 slices of Swiss cheese just because cheese is
It
good.
grosses me out to touch cheese out of the fridge.
Will you eat cottage cheese?
No.
Oh, I'm with you.
That is
That's
a super no.
gross. Yeah, it's
No,
nasty.
no. Super no.
What about sour cream?
No.
Same thing as cottage cheese to me.
Oddly enough, though, if you mix sour cream with vinegar and put it in cucumbers, I will eat that. It's very weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
What about lasagna?
Oh, absolutely.
But that has cottage cheese in it.
That's okay. It's baked in and melted, and it's okay.
And nobody told you it's there.
Yeah,
right? I mean, that's right.
my wife has made it with cottage cheese, and it's fine.
Like somebody will make like a salad, like a bean salad or something. Like, oh, that's with mayonnaise and sour cream. Nope. But if I wouldn't have known,
mayonnaise, sour cream, I'm out.
Mayonnaise, I'm out. Yeah, mayonnaise. It's got mayonnaise right in the name. I'm not.
It doesn't matter
That's
what
garbage.
level of mayonnaise, cold, baked, put on bread with a sandwich. Nope, I'm out.
No, if you know it's there.
100%.
Like if you get a sandwich and you order it with no mayonnaise and it comes with mayonnaise,
I will go back.
I'm not eating.
Oh,
You won't eat it. You won't
I'll throw it out the window.
You won't touch it.
Nope. I'll throw it out the window with the paper and everything, so people know they got it wrong.
I will go to McDonald's and order a double cheeseburger with no cheese because they don't not every McDonald's
you
has
just get like a double
hamburger.
burger.
It's a double hamburger, but not every McDonald's necessarily has a double hamburger on their menu. So I order a double cheeseburger with no cheese. If they give me cheese, I will go back.
Okay, look, Brian, I look. Like
It's totally fine.
You're like a
my
great
whole
guy.
life.
I really like you.
Yeah.
But not having cheese on a burger, that's like being in Chicago and putting ketchup on your hot dog.
Which I do.
Oh, wait a minute, you do
I
really?
absolutely do. Yeah. Ketchup, mustard, pickles, tomatoes.
Those people must hate you.
Oh, I get it all the time from my Chicago
Like
friends.
you go to a
Why
Cubs
are you putting
game?
ketchup on a hot dog? Because I want to.
Do you go to a Cubs game and put ketchup on your hot dog?
I'll probably eat a plain.
Or do you go to a Sox game?
Either one. I mean, I'm a Sox fan, so Sox game most likely.
That
But
doesn't
I don't
shock
mind
me.
going to Cubs game.
It doesn't shock me that you're.
I like
Sox
baseball,
fan.
so I'll go watch.
Yeah, there you go. So you're from Illinois, right?
Mhm.
What part of Illinois?
South suburb, Orland Park.
Ah, okay. So you're South Sider.
Yeah. Though
Can
I'm
you
the only.
Can you do the gang signal?
No, I cannot. I'm the only Sox fan in my house. My brother, diehard Cubs fan, and my mom, longtime Cubs fan. My dad gives his bullshit. I'm a Chicago fan. I want to root for.
Oh, he's not
winning.
gonna jump.
Yeah, he's
just a
stupid
Chicago
like
fan.
that.
Does he like
My
the
sister
Bears?
never cared. Oh yeah, he does. Which I grew up liking the Bears too. So, but yeah, I will credit my love for the White Sox to being the very first Little League baseball team I ever played on was the White Sox.
Oh, really?
Had it been the Baltimore Orioles, maybe I'd been an Orioles fan. I don't know. But I was lucky enough to be living where I was and being on the White Sox. So boom, there it is. Yeah.
I was on a little league team, like a t-ball team, but I hated it so much I don't remember the name.
That's okay. I was a terrible 6-year-old baseball player. I was scared of the ball. I wasn't good. And when I was 7, still on the White Sox, I was an all-star. I was really good.
Oh, you brought it.
My coach saw me throw the ball from center field all the way to home plate on the fly. It's like, yep, that kid needs a pitch.
I was
a pitcher for the rest.
picked the grass in the outfield. That's what I did.
That's what you did.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
I could hit. I could field. I had it all.
There were no stick and
And I
ball
did.
sports in my household.
Did
Right,
you grow
ride
up around
bikes.
here? You
I'm from Wabash, Indiana.
Oh, you said Wabash, north side.
Yeah.
North.
Where the men are
North,
proud
north.
and the sheep are a tad bit nervous. That's where I grew
A
up.
little bit.
We rode dirt bikes and we did sports that hurt. I used to say this all that my son was a pro motocross racer. We used to say this to my buddies all the time. Like, oh, your kid plays travel baseball? That's neat. My kid does a sport that requires 2 balls.
Yeah, big time. Big
No
one.
doubt.
Big cojones.
Yeah.
No doubt. Were you an athlete of any kind?
Yeah, I played a little sports.
Yeah?
A little bit. Yep.
Center Grove days?
Center Grove days.
What'd you play?
Yep. I back when they just wanted to keep us out of trouble, they allowed us and wanted us to play football, and then play basketball and then play baseball. Yep.
Okay, that's awesome.
There you go. That's a full circle
I was
there.
a basketball, baseball player myself.
Yep.
My 1 year of 7th grade football was the worst choice I ever made because I did not like tackling and I did not like getting hit. So it wasn't very good.
Yeah.
So did you end up in art class?
No, I will end up as the backup quarterback on
Oh, I
the
think it-
7th and 8th grade football team.
I can
Awful.
picture being the manager.
Nah, I actually tried to quit. My dad talked me out of it and made me talk to the coach.
It
And they
is
made me the
somehow our
backup
parents said
quarterback.
that. Don't quit.
Don't-
Yet they all were divorced, but they all told us we couldn't quit at
Don't
sport.
My parents aren't divorced.
No, yours
there's
aren't.
that.
But my parents are like, you can't quit anything. So you've been divorced 3 times. Like, you've quit everything,
Yeah,
Dad.
true.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna quit this soccer team. Like, it's not gonna change my
It's
life.
funny you bring that up.
You gave half your retirement to mom.
I played soccer from 7th grade through 6th grade, and I
Yeah.
was a decent soccer player.
That's just 2
And
years.
2nd through 6th? No, that's
Oh, I thought you
4
said
4 or 5.
6 through 7. Sorry.
And then I decided one year, I'm going to go play football instead. My dad was devastated.
Oh, really? Because
Oh,
you
yeah,
love soccer?
because I was a good soccer player, and he thought I should have stuck with that. I'm like, no, I want to try football, and then I never went back to soccer.
Brian's gonna end up liking girls.
Yeah, well, there's the thing. So as you drive by Center Grove nowadays, it's got to look a bit different.
It's a little
than
different,
your
yeah.
days there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Back on the corner there of Morgantown and Stones Crossing when we moved down there and I was in 3rd grade, that was the Little League before it went over to McNabb over there
Okay.
by the church over
Mhm.
Mount Auburn. But
And that's gone.
and that's gone. Yeah. But totally different. I mean, we were pretty decent at wrestling, baseball, pretty good.
Okay.
Gandalf came in back
Oh,
in
no
the
way. You
early
played with
80s.
Gandalf?
I played with Mr.
Oh, my God.
Mr.
That dude
Gandalf.
was there forever.
Yep. He was my coach. And,
No.
he's back at Cecina now, correct?
He
Yes,
is, but
yes,
man,
yes,
I
good family.
announce basketball pretty regularly at CG. I see Dave all the time at games, and I was thinking about that the other day. I have great respect for him. He has had great success as a baseball coach, and things unfortunately in the end didn't work out at CG. But the fact that he continues to come back and support the programs is great.
Yeah, very much. Him and his wife both. They're good
Yeah.
people, and their daughter coaching the volleyball.
Yep.
And they've been involved in Center Grove sports since the early '80s. But back then, basketball, we were, you win,
Yeah.
8 or 9 games.
Yep.
Football, we might win 3 or 4. Where today it's like a miniature college.
It's a
or
powerhouse.
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
Yeah, it's a powerhouse.
It's pretty incredible. The culture, and my youngest, who's the one that's down at IU, I didn't know that the world of show choir, and that I didn't know that
He calls it a cult.
Because it is.
Oh.
And I have great respect for them, but it's a bit cultish.
It is a culture. It is
That it
incredible.
is.
Cult. Sure.
And they're,
Yes,
they're unbelievably good.
It's incredible. It really is. When we would compete, you'd be amazed at the other schools and parents, and when Center Grove would go on, here comes everybody to watch.
Yeah.
And they were good. But
Are
that
the
world
fans
is
as mean to each other?
or what?
Are the fans as mean to each other as they are in other sports? Like when your football team beats the other football team, some people get in fights. So like when show choir beats another show choir, does anybody get in a fight?
They definitely are competitive. It's very strong competition. But there's a respect.
Hey,
See,
Fred, what
there's a
happened?
respect.
I got my ass beat a show choir the other day. I got a black eye.
I've never been to a show choir competition. My son was in marching band,
Okay,
and I would say it's probably very similar.
it is.
You have respect for what they're doing out there, and you cheer them on because they're putting their heart and soul into that. And whatever happens in the end happens. Oftentimes, it's kind of who's going to win and finish at the top and all of that. But there's a lot of respect for the groups that do all of that among the group.
Well, you go by in July and who's in the parking lot is the band.
Yeah, they are.
And show choir, and they're out there running and
Mhm.
doing things where other sports are.
The football players
home.
are back at the house smoking weed.
Football's done they've done their activities, they've done their lifting, and they spent 2 or 3 hours.
Nope.
Show choir and band, they start at 8 in the morning and they're not done until 10 at night.
Well, and then that's in the summer,
Yeah.
and then like for show choir, which is my experience, their competition season didn't start till after Christmas,
Right.
after New Year's. I mean, there's some other things they do up until that point, the Christmas show and all that stuff, and some other stuff. But as far as the competition season, so here they've been working on this thing from summer all the way through the fall, and now it's competition season.
But I think
so
if we
it's
go
pretty-
pro show choir on this show, we're going to gain a lot of followers.
I can bring some
Because
people
you
on.
said it's a cult,
Hey,
and I think we need some cultish type followers. Like
Okay.
some people that are like,
all right.
we're going to hang with you in the desert and kill shit. That's the kind
I
of
know
people we
some
need.
show
We
choir.
need
You
those
know what?
people.
Maybe I ought to get the show choir director from CG. I mean, they've 2-time undefeated national champs. Talk about Indiana Success Happy Hour, right
Dude,
there.
let's do it. Yeah, let's
Well,
book that deal up.
Unfortunately, right now they're starting their competition. season.
Well, we got March. I mean, we're going to be gone the whole month of January.
A lot.
We're running a marathon in 20 some days.
25.
Yeah, like the bottom's about to fall out of all this,
All gonna fall off.
and then we're not going to have to run
We'll
anymore.
talk after the show. It's a thing.
Well,
All right,
let's wrap this up.
Before we wrap up, real quick, if the people out there, the tens of people who are watching our show, want to get in touch with VIP Home
where
Solutions,
they find you?
number one, I'm going to have your name and contact information down here.
Okay.
Probably a phone number or an email. Is there a website they could find?
We do have a website. It's VIP dash, like a hyphen in a phone number. So VIP dash homesolutions.com.
Hey,
All right.
Brian, can you put that up here?
There it is. I certainly can do that. And okay, in the world of estimates,
Correct.
Some places do charge for estimates. Some places are like, no, free estimates. How do y'all work with that?
We do not charge.
Okay, wonderful.
We will go out and we will meet with people. We will bring our team in. If we are remodeling a kitchen, we will actually bring a guy in that actually will sit down, example, and 3D design a kitchen.
Sweet.
And let them see their kitchen and all the features and all the things. And we do not charge for that.
That's
very
awesome.
cool.
Yep.
That's great.
Yep.
All right. Well,
So
if you need some home remodeling, VIP Home Solutions does a great job, and I'm sure they can hook you up in 2026. And that will wrap it up. Jim, thanks so much for being here today.
thank you guys.
It was great getting to know you and learn more about your company. And
It's pretty.
for those of you who watched the show, thanks for being here. Go IU. Hopefully still
Go
playing.
IU.
And cheers all.
Cheers.
It's Brian and Brad, grab your seat. Real talk served with a boozy beat. Tune in, don't even blink, 'cause real estate makes us drink.